Hey guys! So I thought it would be fun to do another follow the tutorial video today. So I'm going to be following Paulsley's how to build how to build water viewing areas, not underwater. It doesn't say underwater, but how to build water viewing areas. So I'm going to make it big.
Hey guys,
And here we
welcome to
go.
the channel, and this is going to be a very quick yet simple video showing you how to make your exhibits go from something like this, where you would walk past as a guest and view the animals in the water, to this, showing how they can even have a viewing point looking at them below the water. So let's jump right in and I'll show you how to get this done. Okay, so you will start from this point. I would highly recommend drawing out, or barriering out should we say, your entire exhibit before attempting to create the water viewing area. Make the water viewing area glass so you have a clear idea of what you want to do, and I'll show you how to get it set up. So first things first, what you need to do is remove the path. This will not work if you have path in the way, because the terrain does not like to form around path. Just like it did in Planet Coaster, it doesn't like to do it here in Planet Zoo. Okay, then remove these two barriers by clicking on them, or if it's one, whatever you want to do. Click on the glass barriers you want to be water viewing areas and press delete. There we have an opening. Okay, take your terrain tool. Now this bit can be slightly tricky. I'm going to show you a slightly complicated, well, I say complicated, an in-depth way of doing this, but you don't have to do it to this extreme, should we say. Now, each standard piece of wall in the game is 4 meters, so I'm going to sink one down and place it right there. It doesn't need to be straight or anything, just below the surface. So you press shift and you sink it down. The reason being, a standard path increase at normal height is 4 meters. So that is something you should, if you want the perfect set of steps, 4 meter increments are usually the best. But we're going to forget that now. That's just to show you guys if you wanted it perfect. Okay, so take your terrain tool, push it down, and this is where you'd make it to the bottom of the 4 meter piece if you wanted it perfect. But we'll pick a random height, okay, and we'll level this out. So what you want to do is level inside the exhibit where you're going to want the water, as well as a little bit outside. Okay, and then try and pick a reasonable height so it's not ridiculous. There we go. Okay. Now, this is probably the most important step. You have to smooth the whole thing out. So select your smoothing tool. Again, keep your intensity quite high and give it a really good smooth out. If you don't do this, the barriers won't fit. Okay. So that's now smooth. Sorry, that's now smoothed out. Go back into your barriers. Pick the glass. Now this can be standard glass or two-way if you have unlocked that. And then just like any other barrier, you're going to click here. You'll go to make it straight here. Click on glass. And there you go. Just make sure it's on straight. It doesn't need to go all the way across. I'm going to do this in 2 sections because it works a little easier than fiddling about. So we'll put one in and another in. Now you can see obviously that's not going to work from the height. So all you do to fix this is click on a barrier and raise it up to the height of your wall. Do it on both, or however many you're doing. This can be done on curved sections and everything. I'll show you guys that in some of my actual Let's Play videos. So here we have the barrier. Now we're just going to go back into terrain, select the water, and obviously put it at the height you want it. And there you have a viewing plateau. Now all you need to do is select some path next to it. Ooh. Yeah, right, so it can be, you can spend a lot of time making this super neat. It's not really an issue. You can spend as much or as little time as you like, but then you can just go over to doing whatever you want, making everything connected. Okay, there we go. There we go. So obviously this can be longer and you can play with it as much as you like, but guests can now come down here and view the animals underwater as well, and you can add plants and reeds and make it really come alive. So very simple tutorial. I hope it's helped you guys out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more hints and tips that will come along in the beta, but also at full release, as well as Let's Play videos, speed builds, etc. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you in the next one.
Woo! So that was super quick and simple. Maybe. I haven't gotten Oh, pause. Don't do next. Don't do the next one. Don't do the next one. Alright, so he does have an entire playlist of hints, tips, and tutorials, so I think we'll work through his because I like that you can follow along and do it, so it's useful for me to make a video about that. But we're going to keep playing in this little zoo here a little bit, and we're going to put some animals in it because this is the starter zoo that we did yesterday. And we're going to put a couple animals in there because right now it's pretty empty and stuff. It is sandbox, so we do have unlimited money and everything to do stuff with. I decided not to do this as a franchise one because if we're going to be doing different tutorials with it, we're not going to necessarily have the money to do them if we don't do it in sandbox. So I wanted to make sure we didn't have to worry about having enough money or conservation credits or other things in the game. Oh, I don't want weather right now. No weather. Alright, so now we have to figure out these paths. This might be finicky. So let's see what we can do. So let's align to grid. Get that back in there. And get this back in there. Obstructed by what? I wonder. Sometimes I've noticed, like yesterday when I was working on the Amazon Zoo, I noticed that it was weird about, no, still obstructed. Oh, I know why. I know why. This does come out just a little bit. So we're going to push it in for a minute and build the path, and then we'll pull it back out. Nose is itchy. Okay, got that. Water. Alright. And pass. They don't like me. Do any of them like me? No. Wait, I had it for a second. It's not perfectly beautiful, but I think it'll work. we got one set of steps in. Let's see if we can do this one. We might not be able to because of that little bit there. Which we theoretically could fix. So let's try this. Water, remove water, barrier, delete, and delete, and then terrain. Push that back a little more. Okay, oh no, barrier. Oh no, let's put the water back in. Pads, that's what we want. Hey, yo. We did it. So, as you said, it would be finicky, but we got it to work. Let's just put this one down here, and we'll move this one over here, and then we'll place one more right here. That'll work. Cool. So we completed that tutorial. Woot. So let's just add some animals in here because, frankly, a zoo without animals is really boring. Actually, let me see if he has some animal tutorials. Let's pause this. Let's see. What do we got over here? Complete building. Ooh. That's not his. Paths. We'll probably skip his path tutorial because I don't think we got enough pathing tutorial, I think, when we did this little bit here with the grid and the stairs. I think that I would recommend watching his pathing tutorial if you're interested in seeing all of the different things you can do with paths. But I think following along with the pathing tutorial is not going to get us very far. So he does have shelters and cave sky. So we'll do this one. It is also nice and short. And we'll build a shelter and a cave for one of these animals that we don't have yet.
Hey guys, welcome back to Planet Zoo, and today I'd like to talk to you guys about shelters within your exhibits. So here we have a very standard looking exhibit, and we have ourselves some little animals down here. Now in the habitat tab here, you'll see that they require a hard shelter, so enough shelter is available to cover them all.
So it sounds like we want to have animals
here
already.
It is.
So
it
I'm
has
gonna
walls,
pause this.
it has a roof.
Yay, he's talking about a shelter. Actually, let's just play through it.
And it has bedding. Very, very simple. It works, it does the job, but to be honest, it's very plain looking, and I'd like to be able to do better than this, should we say. So these are the shelters that actually come with the base game as soon as you start. We have a large, a medium, and a small. They're very basic, but they do the job, and if you want to use these, it's fine. But let's have a look at other options that you have. So here, over in this ostrich exhibit, we have this.
Let's pause this, and we'll come back to it in a minute. Let's go get some animals. Right? What do we want to put in here? We want somebody who's going to swim. Let's actually, because I really like them, let's get some dwarf caimans. I'm hoping that first one I got was a female and I didn't just adopt 2 males, because I will. That's not where I wanted to put them. Okay, we'll hit play and we'll work with these guys.
This lovely little shelter. Now I've put this together with in-game pieces. It has a roof, it has ivy, it has walls and a viewing point and everything you would need from a standard shelter, but it looks much better. I haven't spent massive amounts of time on it, but you can spend as long as you want and make it look as beautiful as you want. This is just a quick example of what you can do. I've got some bedding inside, as you can see. Now, if we click here on our ostrich, it counts as a hard shelter. It has walls, it has a roof, it has bedding. That's all you need to make it a shelter. Then you can decorate anything you like. I would recommend getting the basics down first, so the walls and roof you want. Double check that it's accepted as a shelter on the habitats tab. If you are building in paused, you'll need to play quickly so it builds up and then pause again. But that's not the only way, and you don't have to use wall pieces. Okay, now over here in our wolves exhibit, if you ignore the fact that's floating, I'll fix that shortly, but in here, our wolf is under these rocks, looking very happy. We have bedding down there, foliage on the outside, and you'll see from the habitat tab, the hard shelter is 100%. Now, whilst this can be a little bit more tricky than just putting grid pieces down and making something like this, it looks fantastic. It looks much better, and not every animal is going to want something like this. Yes, it might work and the game might run, but if you want something really good looking, you can experiment and explore as much as you like. As long as they have cover over their head and some sort of wall with bedding, you may need to experiment a bit, but it's so much better to build something like this and like this unique to your zoo. Okay, now on the other side of this, if you don't want to use rocks and you're feeling very creative, you can actually just use the terrain tool. Now this is a little rough example I've put together for you guys, but I certainly hope that you enjoy it. So there is a little bit of a window for ventilation at the back there, but as you can see, if we click on the wolves now, it still classes as hard shelter because there is walls, bedding and a roof. So you can use terrain, you can use rocks, you can use pieces, you can use roofs, you can use buildings. There are so many things that you can use, guys. So get creative. Really hope this has helped you guys out. Have a fantastic day. Don't forget to subscribe for more of these, as well as watching me build my own zoo and fail miserably. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
So let's try building a cave. And we'll stop that and make it small. And see, we got terrain. I'm just making sure that there's okay, so we'll hold off on some more of his tutorials for now. I want to get something going on in the zoo because it's pretty plain. So let me make that bigger for you. And also, let me know if you have a preference. If it's easier for me, I like being on this side of the screen. I'm just gonna move myself over. That way when I'm doing things, you can see what I'm doing in this box. The only reason it was over there was because I was doing something else, and I don't remember what. But it's kind of hard because there's always things in all of the corners, and it's like, where do I want to put my face? So let me know if you think it'll work better in another area, and we can try it. I think that most other people who are doing live streams end up putting it down in this corner. Look at them, they're happy. Okay, we're building a cave. Focus, building a cave. So we're going to filter biome to, let's go with tropical rocks. No, we're temperate. Temperate. So we're gonna do temperate rocks. And we're gonna turn off blueprints. Who be blowing me up? brother. He's actually texting me about Planet Zoo because we both play. He's getting a little frustrated with the animal escaping issue. Alright. Oh, cave building. I'm so not good at this. Just for the record. So let's start with a floor. That's way too nice. So that rock is the entire size of the floor we just created. Let's also make sure that they can get on that floor. So we're going to check their traversable area. And they can. Okay, good. So let's put some bedding down. Do they not need bedding? Alright, we're going to make them a little cave anyway. That's way bigger. There we go. I think that's a nice little cave. I think it works. Just moving some rocks around. It looks like a cave. I don't know if they care about it. Oh no, they do. They like having a hard shelter. There we go. They're happy. They're probably hungry. Probably should feed them. So I don't think this fish feeder is going to work in this one. No, there's no way that's going to work in this one. Filter, let me see. I think they do use other feeders, yes. I can give them a blood pumpkin. And then some toys. Ooh, they like the mud bath. That's fun. I want to see a muddy caiman. How cute would that be? They have so much more space than they need. They need to make babies. But we can also we can put more water in here, and I think I might do that actually. They need plants. Okay, we will get to plants. But first, I'm going to give them some more water. So we're going to move this water. And we're going to do this. And make sure the keeper can get around there. Bud, I can't put water in here for you if you're in there. There we go. So everything but plants. So let's go get some plants. I don't like these plants. Okay, that's not giving me any coverage. What about these guys? Yay, now they're happy. I'm gonna put some more plants in here though. There we go. That should make them really nice and happy. No, still only at 52. How many plants do they move? Can they travel through these? I don't want to like lose all of their traversable area. Okay, so they can traverse through the water hyacinths. Yay, they're happy now. So we have a happy animal. How exciting is that? Alright. We apparently need a security guard too. So let's come up with somebody else. Let's do somebody who just like a zebra. Or we'll do a Thompson's gazelle. We can always add zebra in here too. Well, that was a springbok, not a Thompson's gazelle. So we're going to have a couple of different things in here. so we need to build them like a little barn. Let's go to construction. So instead of a cave, we'll build a... Oh, I do love this one. It's one of my favorites. But we're going to build from scratch. I like the look of the Arctic wood. It just kind of gives it a nice rustic look. And we'll just go with a nice 3x2 size. We'll give it a floor. Let's go find a floor. I don't want to do Arctic wood. I don't want to do concrete. I'd rather do a wood floor, but let's do this. Roof floor. So we'll go there. I just wanted to hide the gap that was there between the door and the actual hole for a door. Let's go with a lower roof. So I want this to look like just really kind of rustic. So we're gonna go with this roof. I think that that'll kind of give it that look that I was going for. I don't know how I feel still about that window. I like that little barn. I think it's cute. We are going to split this from the group though. Alright, so we have, what do we have in here? We have a male and a female springbok and male and female. Okay, good. They seriously look so similar, I cannot tell the difference between them. So these are the Thompson's Gazelle. Are their horns different? Yeah, so Thompson, well, no, because the male still has big horns. I don't know. It's really, they look so similar. Oh, I'm like, why can't I say hi to them? Because we're not in franchise. So let's put in another education point. And we're actually going to put 2 right here because we do 1 for the Thompson's Gazelle and 1 for the Springbok. We'll do that in May. And we'll do that, this one in July. I like to put every other month, just that way they get a break and then they go do another one. I don't know how many months they can do in a row without a break, so. And only one of these is gonna, actually no, I'm not gonna have these play music because otherwise one's gonna play over the other. Oh, we probably want some trash bins. So I think that's gonna be it for this stream. Um, I won't be streaming this afternoon like I normally do on Saturdays. I'm gonna actually be at the zoo. Yay! Um, so that's gonna be it for this stream today. So if you like the video, feel free to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Watch some of the other videos as well. I do plan, I think, on continuing this little series. They're just good little videos for me to do in the evenings, and then you can see how, because sometimes when you watch a tutorial you're like, oh yeah, it looks so easy, and then you're like, no, it's not as easy as it seems. So I hope that this kind of helps with some of that, and you can see some of the other struggles that go along with tutorials. And then yeah, I have the franchises that are going, and I have taken a break a little bit from the Virginia Zoo build. I just haven't been feeling it. So the franchises is kind of what I've been playing more of lately. I do still plan on continuing career mode in hard. So yeah, we'll do this again soon. Hope you enjoy.